Welcome to Vantage Points, where we bring you the latest news from Indonesia. Let's get into today's top stories. In the first story of the day, a former official of the Indonesian Supreme Court, Zaraf Rakar, confessed in court to having received bribes in foreign currency worth tens of millions of dollars. This revelation raises further questions about the extent of judicial corruption in the country.
Metro TV reports, former Supreme Court official Zaraf Rakar has been charged in one of Indonesia's most shocking corruption scandals. From 2012 to 2022, Rakar allegedly accepted illicit payments totaling 200 billion Indonesian rupiah, approximately 12 million US dollars. In October 2024, prosecutors raided Zaraf's residence in the upscale Senayan district of Jakarta. Investigators discovered a staggering amount of currency, along with 51 kilos of gold bars. Authorities estimate there to be nearly 921 billion rupiah in foreign and local denominations, or 61 million US dollars, as well as the 51 kilo of bullion worth approximately 75 billion rupiah. However, Rakar claims to not know how it got there. Authorities targeted Zaraf Rakar after he was accused of playing a key role in influencing the acquittal of Gregorius Ronald Tanur, the main suspect in the high-profile murder case of Dini Sarah Afrianti. Tanur's lawyer, Lisa Rahmat, allegedly paid Rakar 1 billion rupiah to facilitate a favorable Supreme Court ruling. An additional 5 billion rupiah was reportedly used to bribe the presiding judges. Zaraf Rakar has been charged under Indonesia's anti-corruption law, specifically for receiving gratuities and bribery. Legal experts warn that this case highlights deeply rooted issues in Indonesia's judiciary, where case brokers exploit their influence over legal outcomes. The scandal has sparked public outrage and demands for judicial reform. Indonesian Corruption Watch, ICW, has called for extraordinary measures to eliminate systemic corruption within the legal system and restore public trust in the courts. The case is currently being tried at the Jakarta Corruption Court. Many hope the proceedings will mark a turning point for Indonesia's fight against judicial corruption.
Richard testified he does not know where the over $60 million in cash and gold came from or in what cases he was bribed. Next up from Compass TV. A shocking accident unfolded in Tangerang, Indonesia today, as a car plowed into 6 motorcycles due to a brake mishap, leaving 5 people with minor injuries.
Due to mistakenly stepping on the brake, a car hit 6 motorcycles in South Tangerang, Banten. This is a video of the moments when a white car hit 6 motorcycles, resulting in 5 people suffering minor injuries. The driver mistakenly stepped on the gas pedal instead of the brake, causing a chain reaction. As a result of the accident, there were 5 minor injuries and 6 motorcycles were damaged. The condition of the car that hit the motorcycles was also damaged at the front bumper, and the car has now been secured by the police. The incident has also been handled by the South Tangerang Police Traffic Unit.
We hope everyone was okay. According to Tribune TV, a special meeting of Bali police chiefs has been convened to discuss emerging challenges and strategies in handling crimes involving foreign nationals in the popular tourist destination.
Several police chiefs in Bali were specifically gathered to handle crimes involving foreign nationals. The local police chief stated that the purpose of this meeting was to absorb input from the regional ranks as a basis for formulating a national strategy to be conveyed to the national police chief. They highlighted the complexity of the problems arising from the increasing number of foreign nationals living and operating in Bali. If not managed properly, their presence could trigger social conflicts. The agenda included an in-depth discussion session between the assessment team and the main PORS officials. 3 main aspects became the focus of the discussion: handling crimes involving foreign nationals both as perpetrators and victims, strategies and creative innovations from the Bali Regional Police, and efforts to enforce the law and obstacles in handling cases involving foreign nationals.
Just imagine what enforcing the current laws indiscriminately might accomplish. In recent news, Metro TV reports the CEO of SRITEX CEO Iwan otherwise known as SRITEX Iwan Lukminto, has been arrested in connection to a corruption case. This comes following the company's bankruptcy declaration last year, which resulted in the laying off of thousands of workers.
Iwan Lukminto, the president-director of PT Sri Rejeki Isman, SRITEX, has been arrested as part of an investigation into alleged corruption involving state-owned bank loans. The case centers on suspected misuse of funds, which were allegedly disbursed to SRITEX and its subsidiaries under questionable circumstances. The investigation is focused on potential abuse of authority, collusion, and other unlawful acts in the loan approval and disbursement process, including the use of fictitious documents, inflated project values, or misuse of funds, leading to substantial financial losses for the state. The Attorney General's office has named Iwan Lukminto, Diki Siabandinata, and Zainuddin Mappa as suspects in the case. Investigators have found sufficient evidence to charge them with involvement in a criminal act of corruption related to the lending process by regional banks to SRITEX and its subsidiaries. This arrest follows a series of financial and legal challenges for SRITEX, once Southeast Asia's largest textile company, including its bankruptcy declaration in early 2025 and subsequent protests by former employees demanding unpaid severance and holiday bonuses. The Attorney General's office has stated that the investigation is ongoing, and further developments are expected as the case progresses.
SRITEX's bankruptcy underscores the challenges faced by Indonesia's textile sector, including rising competition from low-cost imports, particularly from China, and declining global demand. We end our report with a story from Kantan TV. International investments in oil and gas are reportedly making a comeback as companies invest in Indonesia's upstream sector, with U.S.-based Chevron leading the charge, according to the country's Deputy Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources.
A number of world-class oil and gas giants, previously withdrawn from the upstream oil and gas industry in Indonesia, are reportedly planning to reinvest in Indonesia. One of them is Chevron. This U.S.-based oil and gas company is exploring the possibility of reinvesting in the upstream oil and gas sector in Indonesia. This news was conveyed by the Deputy Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Julio Tanjung. Julio said Chevron is interested in participating in the auction of 30 oil and gas working areas that will be conducted by the Ministry of ESDM in the near future. The government welcomes Chevron's return to investing in Indonesia. According to Julio, Chevron has sufficient experience in the upstream oil and gas sector and has previously invested for a long time in Indonesia. However, Julio did not disclose which working area Chevron is targeting. The Director General of Oil and Gas, Triwi Narno, believes that Chevron's possible return to Indonesia is proof that the upstream oil and gas sector in Indonesia is still attractive. However, Tri also did not reveal which block will be managed by Chevron. In addition to Chevron, the French oil and gas company, Total Energies, is also reinvesting in the upstream oil and gas sector in Indonesia after withdrawing from the Mahakam block in 2018.
I wonder if this has to do with Pertamina's recent corruption scandal that cost Indonesia in excess of $12 billion. That wraps up our coverage for today. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.